This challenge starts by splitting your group into 2 even, easily identifiable teams. When my group played, we had 4 boys and 4 girls, but you could also just give one of the sides a bandana or something to make it easy to remember. Line up as many chairs as you have participants plus 1 extra, and have all of group 1 sit next to each other on the left, and all of group 2 sit next to each other on the right, with an empty chair between them. The goal is to get each group to switch places so that group 1 is in the rightmost chairs and group 2 is in the leftmost ones, but there are some restrictions. For one, you are only allowed to move if the empty chair is next to you, so by sliding over, or if one person from the other group is between you and the chair, then you can leapfrog over them. The next rule is that group 1 can only move from left to right, and group 2 can only move from right to left, and that's it. Those are all of the rules. If either of the rules are broken, or if there are no legal moves left, then everyone must return back to their original starting positions. This might seem simple at first, but your group will quickly realize that if they just try to send one person all the way to their final seat, then the empty chair gets stranded in a spot where no one can get to it. Another common issue is when someone slides into an empty chair before they should, because as soon as that happens, there will be no way to get the empty chair back to a useful spot. But while this task seems hard, here's the solution. The trick is to make sure that once you get going, you never have 2 people from the same group sitting next to each other. If you do, there won't be any way to get the empty chair back to a spot where everyone will be able to reach it. After someone slides into the empty chair, let's say it's someone from group 2, the player from group 1 needs to leapfrog over them. If the first person from group 2 tries to move again too early, then they have forced a situation where 2 people from the same team will be next to each other and there is no way to recover. Instead, the next person from group 1 slides into the empty chair. Now you can see that 3 members from group 2 can make a move without ever being next to each other, which keeps the empty chair in a spot that group 1 can still take advantage of. The only thing to be careful of is to make sure that the first person from each group does not slide when the empty chair is presented to them, because then there wouldn't be any way to get the empty chair back to where everyone can use it. Once your group gets to this point, they shouldn't have too much difficulty solving the puzzle as long as they keep their leapfrog technique. As long as nobody decides to randomly slide over in the middle of the leapfrogging, which there's no reason to because after that there wouldn't be any moves, then your group will successfully complete their challenge. In the description, I've linked a little handout that has the answer key on it so that you can make sure your group is on the right track without ever needing to think too much. This game scales to any group size as long as the teams are even, but if you have more than 12 people, then I would suggest splitting into 2 smaller groups that race against each other to be the first to solve the puzzle. If you like youth group games like this that make you use your head, then you might like AI art ambiguity. We used an AI art bot to slightly alter a picture over and over again until it looked nothing like the original. Then your group's goal is to view those images in reverse to try to be the first person to identify what the original picture was. We've got 20 of these prompts neatly condensed into one video that you can just pause between rounds so you can easily lead a game unlike anything your group has ever played before. You can check that out on our website as well as a bunch of other resources at ActuallyFun.com.